For 19 videos, I've been showing you how geometric symbols and ancient wisdom have been corrupted to create systems of control and limitation. But what if I told you that these same symbols, when used with proper understanding, can become tools for genuine empowerment and consciousness expansion? Today, I'm going to reveal how to reclaim sacred geometry for its original purpose: spiritual development and creative liberation. I'm Dr. Marcus Thorne, and today, I'm going to show you how to transform the very symbols that have been used to limit consciousness into tools for expanding it. Let's start with the cube itself. While cube-based architecture and design can promote limitation when used unconsciously, the cube also represents stability, grounding, and material mastery when understood properly. The key is conscious intention rather than unconscious participation. In ancient traditions, the cube was associated with the earth element and material manifestation. When you understand this, you can use cube symbolism to create stability and structure in your life without accepting limitation. The cube becomes a foundation for building rather than a prison for confinement. Here's a simple practice. Create a small, cube-shaped space in your home that you dedicate to conscious intention setting. This could be a meditation corner, a creative workspace, or simply a small altar. When you use cube geometry consciously, it becomes a tool for focusing your creative energy rather than limiting it. The circle represents the opposite archetype: infinite potential, flowing awareness, and spiritual transcendence. When you combine circular and cubic elements consciously, you create integration between material stability and spiritual expansion. This is the true purpose of sacred geometry: harmonizing different aspects of consciousness. The triangle represents the principle of integration itself, the force that harmonizes opposing elements. In ancient wisdom, triangular forms were used to create balance between earth and sky, material and spiritual, individual and universal consciousness. When you understand these principles, you can begin to create environments that support consciousness expansion rather than limitation. Instead of being surrounded by unconscious geometric programming, you can choose to work with sacred geometry as a tool for development. Color symbolism works according to the same principles. Black isn't inherently negative. It represents the void of infinite potential from which all creation emerges. When you understand this, you can work with black symbolism as a tool for accessing creative power rather than being controlled by it. The key insight is this: symbols have no inherent power except what consciousness gives them. When you participate in symbolic systems unconsciously, you can be controlled by them. But when you understand symbols consciously, you can use them as tools for empowerment. This applies to all the systems I've been discussing: architecture, digital interfaces, financial structures, and media content all use symbolic principles that can support consciousness development when engaged with consciously. The difference lies in awareness and intention. Here are practical methods for reclaiming sacred geometry. Conscious architecture. Arrange your living space to support both stability and flow. Use rectangular elements for structure and circular elements for creativity. Create environments that inspire expansion rather than promote limitation. Symbolic meditation. Practice meditation using geometric visualizations. Imagine yourself surrounded by stable, protective cube energy, then expand into flowing infinite circle consciousness. This develops your ability to work with archetypal forces consciously. Creative expression. Use geometric forms in artistic activities. Draw, paint, or sculpt using both angular and curved elements. This trains your mind to work with symbolic principles creatively rather than being limited by them. Digital consciousness. Organize your digital environments according to conscious principles. Use technology as a tool for creation and connection rather than consumption and limitation. I've developed these techniques through years of research and practical application. In my book, The Saturn Conspiracy: How Ancient Cube Worship Controls Modern Reality, I provide detailed instructions for reclaiming sacred geometry along with advanced practices for consciousness development. You can grab your copy for just $2.99 using the link in the description below. The transformation begins with recognizing that you have the power to determine how symbols affect your consciousness. When you understand geometric principles consciously, you can create environments and experiences that support your authentic development rather than limiting it. The ancient mystery schools understood that sacred geometry was a tool for consciousness development, not control. They used geometric principles to create experiences that elevated human awareness and connected people with cosmic forces. This knowledge is still available to those who seek it. Tomorrow, I'll show you how to create your own sacred space using these principles and how to establish practices that maintain consciousness expansion in any environment. But first, check out the Saturn Conspiracy and start experimenting with conscious geometry. The ancient wisdom is still available to those who seek it. The question is, will you remain controlled by unconscious symbolism, or will you reclaim sacred geometry for its true purpose?